Alright, coming to you live from Charlotte. Not really live. You get the point. Right now I am driving in the hood. This is the real hood. The Lincoln Heights, Washington Heights area of Charlotte. Tough neighborhoods, but lots of gentrification happening. Lots of renovations, lots of flips. I mean, you can even see, let me try to zoom in there, downtown Charlotte right there in the background. So I mean, opportunity definitely is there. Like, a lot of opportunity here. But it's crazy how much this place has changed. In the past couple of years that I've been here, I haven't been here in like 2-3 years. A lot of things that I just never would have thought have happened. Like, tons of new builds, tons of renovated houses. I remember when I would have a property in here, or anybody that knew that had a property in here, nobody would touch it. Like, you said you had a house in Lincoln Heights and they would be like, oh, is it for like $40,000? And that was just like 2-3 years ago. Now, like, I passed by a house that went for like $600,000 right around the corner from here, and I was like, what? Like, that's insane. I'm trying to hit everything in Charlotte. I'm trying to build the largest driving for dollars list that I've ever built, because Charlotte is the one place I haven't done a lot of driving, believe it or not. I've driven a lot of great areas. I've gotten a lot of properties around here, but Charlotte is one of the like last frontiers. It's so big, it's hard to, take everything in Charlotte. In case you guys don't know, Charlotte almost takes up the entire Mecklenburg County area. So when you have a city that is the size of a county, that's a lot of driving to do. And I've been doing it for a couple of years now, but it's been difficult. But I've only gotten a piece of Charlotte. So I'm gonna keep driving around, see what else I can find around here, and hopefully we can get some good results. And I'll share with you guys how many properties I've picked up here, and see where it goes from there. So here we are, out here driving, trying to pick up as much as I can. So far, I've picked up about 268 properties, which is pretty good. Is this a vacant lot right next to this? Sure is. Now, I know that, a lot of you guys are like, I don't have time for driving and all that stuff, or I can't drive for dollars, or you're in a virtual market. Just get really niche about your data, man. That's what builds success. It really does. But I'm out here. I'm still trying to build like the largest driving for dollars list that I have ever built for Charlotte, because I've never done one. I mean, I've done some driving for dollars in Charlotte. Don't get me wrong, but I have never made one this big. Like, I'm trying to hit all of Charlotte. If you guys are familiar with Charlotte, I usually, or have hit heavily Enderley Park, Smallwood. Those areas are really hot, but now I want to hit like all of Mecklenburg County. Like, I want everybody to feel the pressure when I lay it down, because that's what makes diamonds, right? So if I'm not out here, like really out here hustling, working, we're not gonna get any deals. Sorry, dude. Somebody's honking behind me. So that's what I'm out here doing, right? It's kind of wild because I haven't been through here in a long time. Like, it's been at least a year or two, and I haven't seen some of these properties in such a while, man. It's crazy how much growth has happened in Charlotte. Like, when I first started wholesaling, and even when I first started driving for dollars, I started driving for dollars in 2019, and I didn't really heavily start driving for dollars until 2020. Like, 2020 was the year that I only drove for dollars, and I only picked up vacant houses. So I mean, if you think about that, 2020 was a different place when you were driving for dollars out here. it was a real different place, because the technology has changed. That's one. You know, Deal Machine has changed dramatically. Hey, I remember this house. I've actually been calling this house for a while. It's been vacant for like 3 years or something like that. It's so crazy that I'm just driving by it right now. But the landscape in wholesaling has changed. Everything has changed. Just like the whole world has changed since 2020. I mean, coronavirus. It's just everything, man, right? But my goal is I want to hit as many people as possible. Another cool thing is, if you guys don't know him already, shout out to my friend Delano. He is awesome. Right now, he's doing his 30-day to 30K challenge, I believe it is, where he is showing a small group of people how to get to 30K in 30 days. Genius, right? He's really out here hustling, and the crazy part is he's young, man. He's really young. I don't know how old Delano is. I know he's under 24 or 25, but he is out here hustling, man, making deals happen. Not only that, he's got other businesses on the side, right? He runs a little Airbnb business. He also runs a car rental business where he rents out luxury vehicles. I'm trying to get this guy to pass me. Go ahead. So, I mean, running multiple businesses, I can attest to this. It is tough to divide your time and then give your all with wholesaling. Wholesaling is not easy. I mean, some of you guys have tried it. Some of you guys are doing it. You guys know what I'm talking about. This is not an easy, business. This is hard work every day, in and out. You're hitting the phones, you're hitting the text messages, you're hitting the block. You're trying your hardest to pull out deals on a daily basis. But man, it's so crazy. How they got all these different new builds over here. Just past a new build, there's a reno right here, and then look at that vacant house, boarded up, my favorite. Oh no, what is this, a park? No, it is a park. That's cool. City of Charlotte owns that house. But yeah, man, there's so much that has changed, and it keeps changing. So since I've been driving since 9 in the morning, or I'm sorry, 10 in the morning. Actually, should I make a left? I'm gonna make a left here, because I see a house that I want to hit badly. Hopefully I don't flip my camera over. Nah, I'm not gonna do it, because I know what's gonna happen. I'm gonna flip my camera over and I'm gonna be mad at myself. So I'm just gonna make it right. But I've been driving since 10 this morning. I picked up like 250 houses this morning. I'm at 282 right now. I wouldn't say like the most successful day ever, because, well, actually, yeah. So I've been driving in 2 different neighborhoods. I usually drive in the hood a lot, and I pick up as many houses as I can. And then what I've been doing now is I'm going to a little bit nicer neighborhoods, but in a different price range. So, almost flipped my camera. So, for instance, I'm hitting neighborhoods that are built after 1990, before 2015, under $200,000 in value, and just hitting those areas. More than likely, they have a higher chance at selling. Not saying that that's like, the perfect criteria, because I've gone in some neighborhoods that look like that, and they're just really nice, and I'm like, okay, yeah, I don't belong here. But usually, under 200,000, most of those people are gonna be in a what is this? Is this a house or a church? It's a church. It's an old church. I've wholesaled churches before, so I know a thing or two about it. But usually those areas, they're better because, people are more distressed. I hate to use this word, but they have less money available to them. So they are more than likely to be in a situation where they're going to need money, and they will sell their property. Now, I know that might be controversial, but we're out here solving problems. We're not trying to take properties from people that don't want to sell or try to convince them. They want to sell, they need to sell, and they want a direct sale where they don't have to deal with anything. Some of these properties more than likely are inherited, and they have been passed down generation to generation, but at the same time, because they are inherited, they might have a lot of title issues. Holy crap. Oh my god, I know this guy. I want you guys to see this. This is hilarious. So, you see this house right here? This guy, I talked to him on the phone. I'm gonna say, I don't know, like 6 months ago, okay? This house is a full gut. It's listed on the MLS. Let me position my camera back down in here. So, there we go. I want to make sure that I have this gigantic impact wrench holding holding this down so it doesn't flip. There we go. So I actually sent him mail, and he called me, and he was like, yeah, what's it call it? I want to sell my house, and I want $350,000 for it. And I'm like, okay, let me take a look at it. So I go and I take a look, and I pull up this house, and I'm like, what the heck is this? I was like, this ain't worth $350,000. I was like, hey man, I can't give you $350,000. And he was like, why not? I was like, well, and he's like, don't tell me some crap about the comps in the area. And I was like, well, I mean, that's what I have to go by. Oh, you have to see the vision. I was like, what vision? He's like, that it'll be worth more, way more in the future. And I'm like, yeah, I get that, but I have to live in the now. We gotta talk about today, not 10 years from now. So he got into an argument with me. I wasn't trying to argue with the guy. I was just talking to him nicely. But he was like, yeah, there's no way I'd sell this property for less than $350,000. And I was like, I totally understand that, man. But I'm not your buyer at $350,000. Like that's just not gonna happen. Like I can't do it. And it's not that I don't want to, it's that I can't secure financing for that property. Oh, well, you're gonna have to do it cash. I was like, I'm not gonna tie up that much cash in hopes and dreams. I have to be prepared for every situation. What if the economy, rolls over tomorrow, and I gotta hold this as a rental at those prices? Buying it for $350,000, that place is a full gut or a tear down. Let me adjust this camera. Why would I buy that at $350,000 to hold on to it, and hope that it might appreciate? Ah, man, that's not gonna work. We don't live off of hopes and dreams around here. We need to be very strategic. People think that investors pay a ridiculous amount of money for no reason. No, man, everything is strategic. It's absolutely strategic. There is no guessing here, because we can lose it all in the blink of an eye, man. I have friends of mine, and that they're my buyers also. They are my friends. These guys told me like all the troubles that they went through in 2008, 2007 when they lost it all. Some of these guys have been around long enough that they've lost a lot of money. Wow, this house is really beat up. So like when you hear stuff like that, you take advice from these guys, and you want to make sure that you're going to be in good standing with what you're doing. Like, you want to make sure that you make the right decision so you don't end up like these guys. So I'm going to listen to them and be like, yo, man, you can't do this, you can't do that, because they know what they're talking about. the city of Charlotte own? No, they don't own this one too. So that's what I do. I take note, right? Because you just never know, man. You just never know. You can't just be out here. Like, I know some guys that are recently washed out, right? That they were, you know, buying houses, building houses, renovating, and then all of a sudden, once the interest rates hiked up, and which, you know, that's something that's unpredictable, but it's something you got to think about. Interest rates went up, and they get washed out, man. There's a builder right now holding like $250 million worth of loans that is about to default on a bunch of new builds that they built. Why? Because some of these guys like over leveraged like crazy, made really bad guesses and really bad bets, and now, you know, they got to pay for it. They got to pay for it. Man, I'm seeing some really nice stuff here right now. So I got 2 vacant lots. It's owned by the same guy. He's got a nice truck outside. It looks like a I don't know if that's 70s or 80s old school Ford F-150 square body. It's pretty clean. Got a little bit of rust on it, but this is nice. But it's senior owned, and then somebody else owns the lot next to it. But there's a lot of opportunity around here. But again, just got to be safe with what you're doing. If in my opinion, if you can't rent it, you can't buy it. Because in the end, if you get stuck with a property that you can't rent, what are you going to do with it? You're going to default on the loan and ruin your credit, ruin your credibility, maybe lose money with your hard money lender. Like, man, you don't want to do that. You always want to try to come out on top every time. And if not, have at least a backup decision that, oh, I could at least rent this place if I can't sell it. So, I mean, I'm sure that there's other guys out there that have done great, you know, and you guys don't even worry about that. And that's cool. I don't like playing those type of games. Like me, I'm here to win every day, all day. Like, I don't lose. I don't like losing. Nobody likes losing. So I try to always put myself in a position to never lose. I know that I'm rambling on here. Oh man, I ended up now in a nice townhome development. How the heck did this happen? Oh, I gotta get out of here. Alright, I'm gonna keep driving, see what I find. If not, you know, I'll wrap up this video and say la vie. So let's see how many more houses I can pick up. So 418 properties, 20 miles, 3 hours and 5 minutes. So a little bit more than what, the 125 properties per hour, give or take. I think it might be more than that. I don't know, man. My math is wrong. I'm not good at math. I've told you guys this 100 times. I'm actually gonna add these two right in front of me. There's like two right next to a park. They look terrible. But not a bad ending to the day, I would say. This is actually decent. I'm gonna set my GPS to go home. But I would say that I came out pretty victorious. A lot of good properties, a lot of stuff I haven't hit in a while. I actually remember coming down this block. Man, it's so long ago. Like, I even remember the day. It was like raining. I was coming through here and I could barely see anything, and it was like in the middle of November. I actually love driving for dollars during the summertime because you get to see all the overgrown houses that you'll miss in the wintertime, because in the wintertime everything's dead. You can't really tell whether it's overgrown or not. But I'm excited, man. I can't wait to see what comes out of this. So this list that I've been building it since Monday of last week. I have a total probably of around 1,300 properties that we're gonna hit. Pretty good, right? It's a good amount. I think that we'll probably pull a deal out of it, if not pull some follow-ups out of it. Some of these properties, you know, seeing them a year or two later, a lot of things happen on a block, man. People die, people move away, people move out. You know, anything could happen to a house. I've had follow-ups that, you know, told me they weren't interested, and then they passed away, and then their families ended up selling their properties. Or, you know, maybe I had somebody in my database that was interested in selling, and then they passed, or, you know, something happened to them, especially after COVID. I know a lot of people got COVID and they passed. So definitely redrive your areas. Like I try to redrive often. So last year was really good, but my 2021 driving for dollars was wild. I drove a crap ton all year long, and I did it because I knew that it was going to trickle down into me getting deals through 2022. So like, everything that you do today affects tomorrow. So that's why give me 1 second, guys. I feel like I'm gonna pull out and somebody just gonna T-bone me. There's just so many cars. Here we go, here's my chance. You know, and I'm in this slow school bus, it doesn't help, right? But like I was saying, so all my efforts from 2021, you know, trickled over to 2022, because we were still hitting a lot of leads from 2021. 2022, I didn't drive for dollars that much. Like, I did really well in 2021. Like, I was constantly driving. Like, every other week, I was driving, picking up new leads, hitting new areas. Typically with, like, Charlotte, you have to be first to market. Speed is everything. In the smaller markets, you could be a little slower. They tend to move a lot slower over there. But like, when you're hitting Charlotte and you have like 100 people hitting the same house, you got to be really fast. If you're not first, you're literally last. So that's what I'm trying to do right now, building up this list. It took me about a whole week. I got a whole 2 weeks. I got 1,300 properties in 2 weeks. My driving session for the last 2 weeks has been about maybe 3 hours a day. Today was the longest day, so that's why I was able to pick up so many. I'm probably at about 600 for the day, just about, yeah, because I think I did like 250 or 300 this morning, and I did 400 now, so yeah, almost 700. So not a bad day, right? Not a bad day at all. I'm pretty excited. I can't wait to see the outcome of this. Again, also, my Driving for Dollars course coming soon. Can't wait for that either, because that's going to be fun to get that rolling. This year has been exciting. I've been trying to vlog as much as possible, more than last year. So far, it's panning out. Oh my gosh, I'm going to get into an accident. I'm on 85 right now, man. Traffic is crazy. But I'm hoping that, you know, this year is going to be life-changing for me. And I'm hoping that I can document as much as I possibly can, because it's hard to document, number one, but at the same time, it's cool to have this as a memory to look back on. Like, I look at some of my original videos back on YouTube and also on Instagram. Instagram has my very first video, and I'm like, man, how far I've come from those days. Like, if you guys look me up on Instagram, Dan.Buys.Houses, and you watch my very first video, that video that I posted, I had closed a total of 2 deals, and I hadn't bought my subject to house yet. I closed 2 deals. So coming from 2 deals, and then now I know I've done at least over maybe 300 deals. It's crazy how I felt in that time and how I feel now, and I can't wait to see the future. When I look back at this video, I'm like, man, I didn't even know what I was talking about. Things change even more dramatically. That's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping to see dramatic changes over the next, 5 years. But thank you guys anyway for watching. I'm gonna go ahead and cut this. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Wasn't, a lot of action, but we're just out here hustling in the trenches, trying to get a deal or some more deals. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys on another vlog.